City of Forest Park City Council meeting number 1456. Today is June 16th. It is a little after 7 p.m. We are to start by standing and saying the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Got some pledge experts in here today.
Every single first and third Monday.
All right. So we're going to start with item number 1 on the agenda, which is the roll call. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Adams.
Present.
Brown.
Here.
Here. Clark. Here. Harrison.
Here.
Holt. Here. Moore.
Here.
Sylvester.
Here. All right, all council members present and accounted for. All right, moving on to item number 2, which are the minutes. Has everyone received the minutes? Are any changes or corrections to be made? All right, hearing none, we're going to move on to item number 3. And it looks like we have a trophy presentation. So who is actually getting a trophy today? Does anybody know? Anyone know? You raised your hand.
Right? Everybody should raise
One second. One second. You raised your hand, sir. So do you know you were getting a trophy today? Oh, you think you deserve it? Okay. Good. Would you like to come up and explain to everybody? Sure. Come on. Introduce yourself first. Give your first and last name, and then explain who you are. What are you getting a trophy for today?
My name is Aziz Diop, and I'd just like to say that this season we worked hard as a team. I'd like to thank the coaches for working very hard to develop our skills and to make us better sports. And I'd like to thank all of the players on my team for helping us win a lot of games and have a really good season. So thank you.
That was excellent. Any young lady would like to come up and speak? Anyone? Don't be shy. All right, well, we have a trophy presentation, so we're going to hear from our Parks and Rec coordinator, Mr. Jay Dennis.
All right, thank you, council. Thank you, players, parents, for showing up. I got a little speech. Because tonight we celebrate the rise of Forest Park soccer. When I started here in 2018, Forest Park only offered soccer in the fall because quite simply there wasn't enough interest for spring soccer. In fact, even fall soccer was teetering. We had 2 teams, 25 total players for a soccer program, right? Fast forward to today, what a transformation. We've got more than that in here. In the past 12 months alone, we welcomed 21 teams, 275 players. As of tonight, we have 125 players signed up for the upcoming fall season. We still have 3 weeks of registrations to go. All right, we're breaking records. Don't let anyone fool you. Forest Park sports are thriving. A huge part of the success goes to our incredible coaches. Take Coach Runk. Of the boys strikers. She didn't start out as a coach by choice, but now she's one of our strongest leaders. Not only does her team return year after year, but she's also volunteers as a basketball coach, and she's on our park board. Give it up for Coach Runk. Her dedication runs deep, and we appreciate it. I appreciate you. And then there's Coach Harris. Coach Harris joined us as an assistant last fall, and then she enjoyed the experience so much that I got a text earlier this year that said, hey, I want to coach my own team. She stepped up and led them to, we'll get to this later, a first place finish. These women have put in the work, the heart, and the time. And tonight, we proudly recognize what you and your players have accomplished. Up first, we spotlight the boys strikers team, led by Coach Runk, of course. This spring, the team posted a strong 5-2-1 record, landing in second place. They racked up 40 goals and only gave up 17. That's more than a goal per quarter. Over the past 3 seasons, they've gone 15, 9, and 2 with a first place, a second place finish. And in that time, they've held teams to 1 goal or less in 12 of their games and have 4 shutouts. And they've outscored their opponents 97-59. Let's hear it for the remarkable boys strikers team. Next up, we celebrate this unstoppable force, our girls passers, but led by, of course, Coach Harris. This season, these young athletes turned heads and made a statement, finishing with a phenomenal 7 wins and only 1 loss. Securing first place in their division. And these girls, you didn't just win, you dominated. Listen to these stats. 26 goals scored. The opponents, 4. 4! Not again, 4 the entire season.
Wow.
Amazing. 5 shutouts. 5 times the team showed up and we're like, we're going to score a goal, and they did. Who's your goalie? I want to know who that is, because we're going to see. That's right there. Opponents only scored more than 1 goal 1 time. Last fall, they finished in 3rd place. This year, they rose to the top. And it's only the beginning. Over the past 2 seasons, they've gone 12-3, scoring 41 goals to just 19. In 13 games, they've given up 1 goal or less, a testament to their grit, teamwork, and discipline on the field. And let's not forget, they're only 6 and 7 years old. This team is brimming with potential, and we cannot wait to watch you grow and return in the fall. The future of Forest Park soccer is bright, and it's wearing cleats. Let's give a massive round of applause to the incredible girls passers team. Season is complete, especially for a first and second place team without some hardware. So Coach Runk, if you could help me, we're going to honor the boys strikers team. Come on up as Coach Runk calls your name. We'll put a medal, and then I need to stand right in front of council. Now you. Come on, go ahead and stand up there. Get your medal there. As soon as they get a medal, next one, come on up. Come on up, come on up.
kids on because I don't want them to not get a chance to play. It is difficult playing all of them. It's challenging with that many kids, to be fair. But I have quite a few kids that had never played before. It's in terms of, you know, this sport organized, and I couldn't tell. I could not tell. For instance, Sakari never played an organized sport before, and he was amazing on defense. Amazing. This guy right here, just excellent goalkeeper, never played goalie before, ever. And then this is my son. He loves to play everywhere. But he's better on defense, let me tell you. And then this is Mohammed. Mohammed actually plays up a little bit, and so does Sule. They're a little bit younger, and they play up because they have been for a few years now. Aziz is the first time, at least for me. He's great on defense and offense. We've got Kaim. I've had him, 2 seasons, but not fall, right? Fall, okay. And he is a goal. He scores goals. Adam's first season, and this kid can play anywhere. Anywhere. Christian's never played before, and I'll be honest, when I first saw him, I thought, we got a lot of work. Moved down, he shocked me quite a bit, because he got wheels, and when he connects, it's good. And then we have, I'm still going to miss you, Darwin. Darwin's been with us for a few seasons. I think I missed one. But, and he's aging out, so I encouraged him to, step up to the next program. So he's a very good defensive player. If you had enough for another team, he'd be playing on that other team, the 12-year-olds. Then we have, no, I forget names all the time because I have to say them all the time. Let me look at his face. Zion. Yeah, I've had him 2 seasons, and I'm the type of person that won't forget a face, but I have to say your name like 1,000,000 times to remember it. So don't take it personal because I got to do it. I forgot it a minute ago, but that's Anta. And Anta is the sibling of Aziz, and they're very good soccer players. She's a great defensive player. And then we have Amina. Amina, very quiet, but a very good defender. I had to play her and her brother separately, though, so she could step up and show what she got. So I just wanted to, and then I know Sule's here somewhere. Okay, he's next to Muhammad, and he's one of my kids that plays up, and he is an excellent defender. So I just wanted to say I'm proud of my kids for, showing up and playing hard. And hopefully I see you next season.
Right.
Parents, if you want to get a picture, you can, right after I do. All right, everybody. 1, 2, 3. Let's get one more. Let's hold those medals up. Come on, be proud of them. Let's see those medals. All right, 1, 2, 3. Great job. Parents, go ahead. Right. All right, guys, go ahead and have a seat. Thank you, thank you. Coach Harris.
Okay. I was just going to give out the awards, but now I feel like my girls are probably going to want me to say something nice about each individual, so I will do the same. Okay, we're doing these. Okay, so I'll start off with Mila. Mila. You go, ma'am. Up over there. Layla. Eden. Naomi. Inara. Rosa. Asta. Gracie. Demi. Corinne. And then for my team, we also have a few girls missing today. So I have 14 girls. So we're missing. I can't think. Lauren, Jada, and there's some more, but I can't think because I'm on the spot. So I don't know. I apologize. But I'm very grateful for them. So I guess I'll start off with Corinne. So Corinne is the first one right there. I'm just going to go down the line. Corinne is, I will say this. I think the reason why my team did so well is because my girls were willing to play what they were best at during the games. And on practices, we did what you wanted to do. And I think that says a lot for their age group because sometimes you just want to play and you want to play offense. Everybody wants to play offense. Or they may not want to play goalie. But I would say for game days, the girls were really good at when I said, no, I need you to play this position. This is the position you're going to play. They played it. And I think that's why we did so well is because they played in their spot. So Corinne was one of my offense, defense players. She was killing it in both offense and defense. Sophia is an honor, our little honor person. So the one that just added. But yes, so Corinne was one of our offense, defense players. She did really good. I think she scored about 5 to 6 goals this season. She did really good. Demi killed it in offense. She was another one of my key players that scored a lot of points. I want to say Demi, too, probably scored about 5, 6. So, yes, Demi did really, really great in offense. Gracie's next. Gracie usually plays defense, but the last game, Gracie made her first score of the whole season. She played in offense. And again, she's my star defense player. If I'm doing my defense lineup, I'm putting Gracie in there. And I needed her to go to offense, and I was so impressed with that girl. She really showed out and played hard. Asta scored several goals too. I think about 5-2 or something like that. Asta is a person that plays middle defense, so she's a person that would be on our defense and then go over to offense. So she's really good at doing both. Can't see, I think that's Rosa. All right, Rosa played goalie this season, so she also helped out with Layla. She played goalie. She killed it in offense. Inara played in offense. You know, she was really good and sweet. She's probably one of the sweetest. All my girls were sweet, but Inara is the one that gave a lot of hugs, so that was nice. Naomi did really good. Naomi is a girl that played with us our fall season, and just watching her growth from fall to spring has just been amazing to watch her build up her confidence. She played a lot in defense, but then towards the end of the season, she starts showing out as an offense. Eden is the reason why I'm here because that is my child. So she's the reason why I ended up coaching soccer. Eden did really well. She's really good in offense. She's also scored about 5 to 6 points as well. Layla did most of the goalie. And this is what I want to say about people playing positions when you don't want them to, because sometimes goalies, we were dominating, which means that Layla sometimes did not have action. But when I told her she had to play goalie, she did it. And she was ready. I mean, not too many. I think you guys said it was just one that got past us, just one time. And after that, she got lit. She wasn't going to let that happen again. And then Mila is one of our new players. And she started off, I think I had her off in defense. And Mila quickly, because she's so fast, quickly became one of our players that did offense and defense. And I mean, her paired with Gracie, pretty much unstoppable. You were not going to get past the two of them together. So yeah, so I'm very proud of my girls.
Council, I'm making you work tonight, sorry. Girls up here. Perfect. I thought we were number one. Let me see a number one. There you go. So again, I just wanted to thank our wonderful coaches, our tremendous players, and I want to thank the parents. You took them to practices, you took them to games. I say it every year that this was the worst spring for weather. This was the worst spring for weather. We were rescheduling games. And so it took a lot of scheduling, juggling for the coaches and also the parents. So we do appreciate you. We are not here. We don't grow from 25 to 275 unless parents sign up their kids to play for our program. And they trust me and they trust their coaches and they trust City of Forest Park. So we truly, truly appreciate you. So once again, let's give it up for our soccer players. Spring Soccer 2025. Council, would you like to have any remarks?
Yeah, well, to the players, congratulations on all of your success. Remember to continue to enjoy this feeling. Winning is good, but it's about teamwork. It's about staying active. It's about making new friends. So continue to show up every day and always play outside. Not just video games, but play outside, okay? To the parents, thank you for signing all of your children up. Thank you for trusting us to run these programs. We do have a lot to offer our students and the youth in the community, but it takes, it really takes a village. It takes you going to the practices, showing up to the meetings, even when you don't want to, even when you're tired and you still got to go make dinner later. This is what community looks like. This is what it's all about. To the coaches, thank you for your time and all of your efforts to instill values and hard work and character into these kids. And again, showing up when it's hard. But this is exactly what makes Forest Park beautiful. This is what makes Forest Park strong and great. And we appreciate each and every one of you for all of the time, the sacrifice that you've given to make this such a wonderful program. And then also thank you to our wonderful Parks and Rec coordinator, Jay Dennis, because you have done phenomenal. You've done absolutely phenomenal. Free thing. And I know it's hard because I know parents yell at me, so I know they got to yell at you. I know they got to be yelling at you. But, you do it because you care, not just for the paycheck. You do it because you truly care, and it shows. It shows in the smiling faces of all the children here. So each and every one of you, I thank you all. And if council has any remarks, let's just go right ahead.
I want to say congratulations to you all. Great job. Keep up the good work, not only on the soccer field, but also in your classroom. Do good, do both good, and you will succeed at what you're trying to do. Congratulations.
Just to piggyback off from Mayor Brown and First Vice Mayor Holt, congratulations on all your hard work and dedication. And parents, I know the commitment it takes to get your children to and from practices and to games. And thank you for making the City of Forest Park proud in the sportsmanship. And just continue to practice and represent our community well. Thank you.
I'd like to say congratulations. When I was a boy, and I grew up out here, it was widely known that Forest Park has some of the best soccer players in the city. And I'm not just talking about Forest Park, I'm talking about Cincinnati. So just to see that tradition being carried on, Jay, coaches, thank you very much. And my hope, my dream is in a few short years from now, I'll see some of y'all who were once here on the national team or playing for FC Cincinnati or doing what you do, is excelling in what you do. But once again, congratulations, parents. Thank you very much for bringing these kids here and just getting them out there and just getting them active.
Okay, so when I say, who do you play for, you all say Forest Park, okay? You ready? Who you play for? Who you play for? Who you play for? All right.
Just as the other members have said, we are really, really proud of you. You all could be doing a lot of different things, and you're choosing to excel in something to build your skill sets. You're blessed to live even in this area. As Councilman Harrison mentioned, you've got FC as your the biggest goal. You have all the things and the resources that are right here in front of you in order to go as far as you want this to go. And you have an entire community that's behind you and willing to willing to support you. Thank you so much, parents, all the community that you're building. Thanks for not acting ugly out there like some of those football players. Not playing. Thanks for all the excellent sportsmanship and just the good role modeling that you're doing. This is how community is built. This is how you got to keep it going. So please continue to keep in touch with each other and continue to build your relationships all the way to the next level till we pass you off to the high school. Thank you so much. We're proud of you.
Congratulations to each of our players, also to our coaches, and also to our parents. It's great to see our young people taking action outside of sitting behind a video screen. You know, it's healthy for the body and the mind, and give yourself multiple opportunities to see where you would thrive. We know soccer is definitely a key sport, but try yourselves out in the others, because you can find your gym. So congratulations, and congratulations to Jay. Is there a tissue box up under there? Because I did see you kind of motion. So you've done yourself good. You've done your coaches good. You've done your families and your parents good. So keep up the good work, and we thank you for making Forest Park proud.
Thank you, council. All right, you guys.
Who you play for? Who you play for?
Who you play for? You want to go too? Great.
I'll wait till it clear out just a little bit more.
All right, we should be AI generated, like the applause.
Someone's in the back row, lost their hat.
All right, we're going to continue on with the agenda. So now moving on to item number 4, which is communications from the public. So this is the time for citizens to comment on matters before council or to ask questions of concern to them. So when recognized, please come forward to the podium, give your name and address, and then state your comments or questions. Council meetings are tape recorded for ease of transcription, and comments are limited to 5 minutes. So if you would like to speak, please come up to the podium, give your name and address, and then please limit your comments to 5 minutes. Should be a sign-in sheet up there as well. Yes.
To the mayor of Forest Park, as well as council, staff, faculty, and all community members that were present, good evening. I would like for these gentlemen to introduce themselves first, who they are, what they do, and what they represent.
Apparently everybody's pushing me up here first. Thank you all for having me. I'm Sergeant Holbrook with Green Hills Police Department. That's who I represent. I'm here with Mr. Spicer and these fellow gentlemen on behalf of a program that's just been absolutely phenomenal in my opinion. So I'm not going to take all the spotlight. I'm going to step out and let these guys come up. So thank you so much.
Of course, I'm Officer Wilson, Forest Park Police Department. Been with the department for 17 years, and we're going to talk about the Building Bridges program that we recently had the pleasure to work with Mr. Spicer with, and it's been like phenomenal, and we just want to give kudos to council for allowing us to use the council chambers a couple weeks ago, and then also sponsoring and providing some money. And then a few weeks ago, well, a couple months ago, Councilwoman Clark actually came to one of the meetings. So just, we'll let Mr. Spicer speak on that here in a minute after everybody introduces themselves.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Roosevelt Walker, and I am an obstetrician gynecologist. I've practiced in Cincinnati for the past 40 years, and I'm working with Dr. Spicer in this group because I'm very much interested in the future of our children, and we have to help them.
Good evening, everyone. Chad Murphy, the head football coach. I'm just blessed to be able to hang out with guys like this once a month that's doing great things for our kids. Just blessed to be part of it. Thanks for what you guys do as well.
I'm Chuck Johnson, citizen of Forest Park, and I was grateful to be asked by these young men to assist them in this program to provide an outlet for young men in this community to have somewhere to go and someone to talk to open up to without being judged.
I'm Antonio Spicer. We're here to say thank you. Last month, you opened your chambers, also provided food as well as drinks. We had a speaker, Municipal Court Judge Dante Johnson. He was here back in May. We wanted to collectively come together just to tell you thank you. You're the first of first to open up your chambers and allow us in. I want to thank the superintendent of schools. He allowed us into the schools as well. But thank you for what you've done and your commitment to your community as well as to the youth. And if you would like to come next month, well, this month, I'm sorry, will be June 22nd, right down the street at Grace Hills Church, 11195 Winton Road. We will have an ER doctor there who will be talking about, I will let Doc speak on that.
Our guest speaker for June the 22nd will be Dr. Ken Davis, who is a trauma surgeon at the University of Cincinnati College of Medicine. And we have invited him to come speak to our guys about what happens after the gun goes off or the knife slices you or somebody has a bat and beats you to within an inch of your life. You know, basically, if you make it to the hospital before you die, Dr. Davis and his team put everything back together again. And I think that it will be very instructional for them to see what actually happens after, you know, the TV cameras go away and the ambulance rolls away, what happens when you get to the hospital. Because it has a huge impact on the victims as well as all the people who love the victims. It's not just an isolated event. And I hope that they will be enlightened by the discussion that they have with Dr. Davis.
Just to cover a few things that we talk about, we try to talk to the kids because we've been talking to a lot of the football players, life after football. One of the things we talked about, what are you going to do when you get that last applaud, when you get the last clap? Everybody doesn't make it to the NFL. Everybody doesn't even make it to college football, but you have other options. So we've been giving them the other options, allow them to talk to people in the community that they may not be able to touch, that they may not be able to speak to, and provide those options for them. We had an electrician come in, trade. If you know anyone I'm going to put this out there. If you know anyone who's 18 and graduated from high school and are willing to enter a trade of electrician, let me know. That's the only qualifications he's asking. After 4 years of apprenticeship, he gives them a truck and as well hires them and gives them a job. That's one of the trades and one of the gentlemen who's come in to speak with them, as well as, like we said, Dante Johnson. And we want to just collectively say thank you on behalf of Building the Bridges. And I'm going to let my good brother speak. This will be my last time approaching this mic. So I greatly appreciate all you've done. Thank you.
I'll make this short and sweet, but this program is something that every community really needs. Somebody to, not all of these young men have a father figure. And so these young men come in, and the first time they came in, they were really reluctant to opening up and talking to us about anything. But now, the whole purpose of this program is to build bridges. And now they feel so comfortable with coming up and talking to myself and other officers who are involved in this program. And we just wanted to continue to grow, and we wanted to manifest and go into other communities to get that bad perception of police and young black men or African American men or just any men at this point in time, get that perception out of their minds. They have there's not a question we haven't answered. And we do some demonstrations, traffic stops. We've done what happens if you have drugs in the car, what happens if you're with somebody that robs somebody. Like we really break it down to them, and they have a better understanding. So thank you and council for the support, and we hope this continues to grow. And a lot of these young men that are behind me come out of their own pocket with providing, pizzas and gift cards. And so if we have anybody out there in TV land that wants to contribute, it would be great. But thank you for letting us use the chambers, and thank you for supporting us.
I lied. Time for the event will be from 2 to 4.
I just want to say, first off, it was really great. They fed the young men like kings. There was pizza and chicken and potato salad and chips. I mean, it went on and on. It was 2 tables full of food. It was wonderful. The demonstration was really good. You could tell the young men were having questions like, well, what happens when, I have maybe a black guy and a white guy in a car and the cop stops them? I mean, it was very realistic. And it was so beautiful to see all the different types of role models that were there. It wasn't just, Forest Park and even Green Hills. We had the park ranger. The park ranger. I was so surprised. But I counted 9 minutes on that particular day that were there to help these boys and talk with them and build that community. It was really, really nice. And just to see them so comfortable, and it definitely helped to ease that perception and that fear that unfortunately a lot of our folks have right now. So it was just the work that you're doing is a blessing, and thank you.
I will say I lied again. She mentioned the Rangers. We must mention those that aren't here. We have the Rangers, Cincinnati Police, as well as Springdale and Springfield Township, all involved.
So as a space that you've created, a sacred space for men, you've created a sacred space for men, for young men. As a woman on council, how can I support you so that I can still honor that sacred space? Or any of the women on council, how can we support you all and still honor that sacred space? Because I tend to understand that being in a barbershop and it's just men, the conversation is very different than when you have women in that space as well. So how can we honor and support you and still give you that sacred space?
Bring all the young men you know. Bring all the young men, invite them all.
And all of our sessions are not at the barbershop. So we have been fortunate enough to have Quinn Chapel Church, Grace Hill, is it Grace Hills Church?
Grace Hills Church.
And our first 2 were at the barbershop. And then we can't have 35 kids in the barbershop.
I didn't even know you were in the barbershop. That was metaphoric for man
I
space.
That's,
Man cave.
That's where it started. It
Okay.
didn't start in the barbershop.
I sat in the kitchen until they allowed me to come out.
Wait a minute.
It was a blessing to create the idea for the men and all the police forces to join forces with us to create the space for the young men to have those questions, to ask the tough questions that they can't ask, or to get them over their fear of police, their fear of police in their community, to understand how policing actually work, to hear the law from the law. And what better place to ask that question because all we see, we have a lot of traumatized young men. I can't speak on that, but I'll leave that alone. What they're going through, what they're doing, and they spoke on a lot of it, and they speak on a lot of it in the sessions. A lot of them have openly said, hey, I come from a single-family home. Most of the men here have too as well. So we can speak to them on what not having a father is like. Because that's one of their biggest things. When we ask, who is the greatest role model? Most of the young men in there said, my mother or my grandmother.
And what is the age range?
Age group is actually ranging from 6th to 12th grade.
We've been fortunate enough to have more of the high school kids and the football team. Coach Chad has brought, his kids to our sessions on Sundays, you know, when most people are trying to chill and have a wonderful day after church. These kids come, and when I say some of them ask some of the greatest questions, they're very intelligent and they're smart and they listen and they absorb what we're feeding them. And so we're not going to feed them any BS. We're going to feed them the truth, and then that way they're not going back and hearing from their friends what their perception of the police is. Now they understand why traffic stops the way why traffic stops happen the way that they do. And you just have to come someday, because these kids are like phenomenal on asking questions. We never turn down a question. We let them ask.
Yeah, and I saw y'all on the TV a couple weeks ago. Yeah, I know Officer Wilson, you spoke.
I had a very small part in that, yes, I did. But, I just can't say enough about what we have been able to establish right here in Forest Park, and it is growing. Our largest session probably was like maybe 17 to 20 kids. So when I said 35, that was I was just playing. But it's growing, and so we need like bigger areas that we can actually have the kids in there and we can all be comfortable. Yeah.
And can I do the 60 seconds here? I'm sorry to take
I know
so much
we're over
time.
5 minutes.
Yeah, we're over 5 minutes. I just want to tell a little story of how productive this is. I'm going to try not to get emotional, because obviously I started in this career to be a beacon light to everyone around me, to be someone that you could be comfortable to approach. And that's what part of this is about. So the other day I was on a domestic call over in Green Hills, and I was outside talking to some people, and I hear, "Hey, Sergeant Holbrook," from across the street. And he goes, "Hey, you gonna be there Sunday?" And I look, and it's a young man from Building Bridges. And it's a young man that when we had our breakout session, we had some really good conversation about his home life and stuff like that, and he needed a mentor. And I said, absolutely, I'm going to be there. And then we had a little conversation. He was changing brakes on a car, and he was so happy to tell me that he was learning how to change brakes. And I was so happy to hear it. And I was like, just that you approached me and was comfortable and wanted to talk to me about this stuff. Like, I love that. Like, I'm going to do my job, but I want to hear from you, and I want you to be comfortable to approach me. And honestly, I'm still talking about it. That was about a month and a half ago, but I missed one session, and I was out of town, and I'm so sorry. It was the session you came to. I was not at that one. And I try to make every single one of them, and I've loved them. So I'm so thankful for all these guys and what they've put together. It's been amazing. So just wanted to say that before our 5 minutes is up, right?
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, we talk about a lot about the development of young people, you know, not just young men, but that's what I predominantly deal with. And, you know, we talk a lot about the football field, you know, but we try to talk way more about, you know, there's way more to life, you know, and the wins and losses are, you know, the wins are great, you know, but there's way more to it. And developing these young people, not just athletically and educationally, but socially, and you know, it's been a beautiful thing to watch, this building bridges. I can't, you know, Antonio is the spearheader of all this, and it's been a phenomenal piece to be part of. I mean, it's, you know, you got people from all walks of life here in this area, giving their time back on Sundays, you know, and you know, like you said, the group's been 25. It's been lower a few times here and there, but I think it's going to continue to just grow and grow, and I think we can go a lot of directions with this, with different age groups and things like that. But you know, I'm blessed to be here in Forest Park in the position that I hold on a daily basis, and I don't take that for granted a day of my life. But I'm I'm even more blessed to be a part of stuff like this. So, really special.
We thank you all for your leadership and your time and dedication to this and starting such an initiative, because we know it's important. We know a lot of kids need guidance, they need mentors, they need role models and people to look up to, and you're doing just that. So we thank you for all of that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Is there any other communications from the public at this time? All right, hearing none, we're going to close item number 4, move on to item number 5, which is reports from council members. So we're going to start with Councilmember Adams.
Yes, good afternoon, or good evening rather, Mayor and Council. A couple of really exciting things are happening right now. We have done our yard judging contest, right? And so if there is a resident that is watching today and they are looking for their yard flag, do not hesitate, or if they have any questions or concerns or some thoughts about how we did the judging, please feel free to give us a call at 513-338-0159, or you can hit us up at beautification@forestpark.org. And that will also be posted on the doors outside, so that if you have any questions, feel free to reach out so that we can help you. Our goal is to minimize any complaints or whatnot. And if we do have any complaints or concerns or thoughts, we want to be able to just talk with people and help them with that as far as beautification is concerned. Also, too, I did attend the Forest Park AKA brunch, and it was really nice, as it is always. So I was happy to be there and represent as a councilwoman. And then last Friday, I had the opportunity of hosting my very first meet and greet, if you will, at Quinn Chapel. So I was really happy to do that. We got 30 women signed up and mammogrammed that particular day, so I was happy about that. We also worked with some other partners that were there as well. And then I got a phone call. This is great after this right here. I got a phone call from a resident who participated in the Going program that we're doing here in Forest Park. If you're going out of town, the police department will do drive-bys to your home. Well, Lord and behold, this particular resident, her back door was unlocked. And the police went, she's in St. Lucius right now. And so she gets a call that her back door is unlocked. They go in, they check her house, everything's good. They lock everything up. They call her emergency contact or whatever. So I get this phone call. She's like, I got to tell you about the police department. I'm like, huh? What? She's like, I just want to say thank you. And then I also want to say thank you to our police department because, council, you know, as all the work that we do, we come and go. Well, I forgot to put gas in my car. So guess who ran out of gas coming up Winton Road? It would be me. And here comes this officer because I couldn't get the gas can off, the top off. So he helps me out. And I just really appreciate that. Like, he didn't make me feel bad about being tired and running out of gas. So, and not that I didn't have money, I just was too tired to go. So with all that being said, I just want to thank our police department for the amazing job that they're doing. And that is all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Adams. Do you have any work session items to add?
I don't have any work session items at this time, sir.
Okay. Moving on to Councilmember Clark.
Thank you. Mine's not nearly as exciting. Good evening, Mr. Mayor and the rest of the community. For environmental awareness, last time I spoke that we are going to be that we were doing our judging, and seven students' artwork are now displayed in the lobby. Not only did they get selected, but it came with some money. So each of those winners received $100, and so we are extremely tickled about that. We also are co-sponsoring the school wilderness experience. So this is one of the first times that, at least I'm aware of, that we've done this. We've done a lot of different camping type things and, pollinator type gardens and support, but we are now being able to help send some students and their teachers on a canoe trip that will be in where? Canada.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah,
wow.
We're excited. Are you
Awesome.
jealous? Yes. So that is going to help those students to be exposed to needed wilderness skills. And so really excited to be able to continue and strengthen, deepen that partnership that we have with Winton Woods, and I think that Wright, of course, Wright Gwynn is doing an excellent job with that. We've been talking about the Green Mower Program as well. City of Forest Park, we are extraordinarily environmentally conscious. We've got 17 mowers that have, where we've been able to help subsidize some of that cost for residents that want that, along with quite literally almost 1,000 plants that we've given out, over 800 plants. And then just lastly, I'd like to say one, happy Juneteenth. It is coming up. There are a lot of different things in the city to do in surrounding areas, so please reflect on the freedoms that we have and that they were not easily attained. And then just a tab of a piggyback, like Councilwoman Adams, our police department does a lot. On a tight budget, low on manpower, with the perception sometimes that is totally unwarranted. And we had a young a woman ended up missing, and they deployed their efforts. The community was engaged, and she was recovered safely. And that it's just a testament to just how well they operate and how orderly and professional they are. So I really, really appreciate that, because it doesn't always end up so nice and so good. And then that's all that I would have, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Councilmember Clark. Do you have any
Yeah.
work session items?
Just updates on if there have been fines imposed and to what degree we've got the some of our signage for businesses remedied or are on the way to having them remedied.
Okay. All right, moving on to Councilmember Harrison.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Last week on June 12th was National Women's Veterans Appreciation Day. So to all veterans, all women veterans who served in our armed forces, that day was for you. I was happy to see that this past Saturday, June 14th, was the Army's 250th birthday. And as a proud veteran of the United States Army, any veteran who served in the Army from 1776 to 2025, thank you for your service and happy birthday. But going on, we've talked a lot about the police here, and Forest Park does have an excellent police department, and they have been recognized. Back to Heroes Rumble and Operation Open Arms granted, or I guess I don't say granted or gifted, our police department some equipment. And next Friday on June 27th, representatives from Forest Park Police, and I myself, I'll be there too, be there for luncheon. And it's going to be at the Union Township Civic Center, which is behind Jungle Gyms in Eastgate, okay, between 12 and 1:30. So I don't know what kind of equipment that police department will be getting, but I'd like to thank the foundation for granting that equipment to our Forest Park Police for wherever their needs are. We did have a Civil Service Committee meeting last Wednesday, and tomorrow we will be having an HR committee meeting at 6:30 p.m. And that's all I have.
All right, thank you for that, Councilmember Harrison. Do you have any work session items to add?
Not at this time.
All right, moving on to First Vice Mayor Holt.
Good evening, everybody. I do not have a report tonight, thank you, and I don't have any items for next work session.
Thank you for that, Vice Mayor. Moving on to Second Vice Mayor, Dr. Moore.
Thank you, Mayor Brown, and good evening to our guests and our citizens of the city of Forest Park. I just want to say I'm very excited about the hard work that our Quality of Life Commission is doing. They have some great initiatives for our community to ensure that the quality of life. And so they're planning their first annual farmers market. So they're considering the spring of 2026. And so, and they have some other ideas regarding property maintenance and just some other initiatives throughout our community. So I'm very proud of their work and their dedication, volunteering their time. And so, so hope to have more confirmed dates regarding some of those initiatives. Our next Quality of Life meeting is June the 24th. It's held on the fourth Tuesday of each month at 6:30 here in the municipal building in room 3B. And that completes my report.
Thank you, Dr. Moore. And do you have any work session items to add?
Yes, I would like to open up the discussion regarding the community space and cultural center, and also Board of Commissions conversation. And that completes my report.
Okay. All right, and then moving on to Councilmember Sylvester.
Thank you, Mayor, and excuse me, good evening to Forest Park. Just to comment to our residents, I know over this past week in the H section area, which is the area that I live, we experienced some soliciting. You know, people, businesses are out trying to advance their area of their work, or trying to get residents to sign up for their various programs. But I did have some incident with some of the neighboring members in the area where I live. They have no soliciting signs, but these people still persist themselves and engaged in trying to get the neighbors to undergo that program. So we just want our residents to be conscious of that. If you got a no soliciting sign and someone still approach you, you have the option to call into our city, call into our police department, and report the issue, so we can kind of keep control in the area of these type of things. Because I don't believe that there's been any permits acknowledged for various ones. So we just wanted to speak on that and just bring it to your awareness. And we know and understand that a good number of you may already have that in your thoughts and how you may have approached them in the past, but just wanted to speak on that. And I do not have any items to add for our work session.
All right. Thank you for that, Councilmember Sylvester. That concludes item number 5. Moving on to item number 6, which is the mayor's report. I'll be brief. I did get to attend the annual Jazz Brunch and fundraiser for our local chapter of the Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated Phi Psi Omega chapter. It is always a fantastic event. There was a really good turnout. Councilmember Adams was there, as well as a few other elected officials, including Springdale's Mayor Hawkins, Woodlawn's Mayor Brian Poole, and a number of Cincinnati City Council members. But they did raise a lot of money for their chapter, and we do appreciate them for all that they do in the city of Forest Park, including helping out with the shredding day and also working to register people to vote. In addition to that, I also attended an event at Quinn Chapel with Food for the Soul. Who else was there, Councilmember Adams?
Fifth Third Bank,
Yeah, Fifth Third
Tabor
Bank.
House, Council on Aging, UC Health, etc. They were all there with us as well.
Yeah, so we do want to thank those organizations for coming out and bringing services to the city of Forest Park. And I did get to see the Fifth Third Bank mobile outreach van. So they we're not offering services, just informing people about credit checks and services that Fifth Third can assist with as it relates to lending and assisting people improve their credit and finding mortgages and commercial loans. So we do thank them. And that concludes my report. And I do not have any work session items to add. So we're going to move on to item number 7, which is the city manager's report. We're going to hear from Mr. Don Jones.
Thank you, Mayor. I will keep it short and sweet as well. I want to thank Councilmember Harrison. He mentioned this earlier about the Hero Rumble grant and for our police department, and I want to thank him for actually putting us onto that and helping us get that. It will be awarded to the police department. They're going to receive trauma kits, and so that's something that we really appreciate. Also, we received from the Haverkamp group, Haverkamp Canine Grant. So we're getting a new police dog. We'll get a new puppy here pretty soon. He'll be in training. So as soon as he's ready to go, he'll be on the job as well. So that's a really nice grant as well that we've just received. And also, I want to thank again Council Member Harrison as well for pointing out the fact that a lot of other police departments who have veteran officers wear service ribbons as part of their uniform. We're going to implement that as soon as possible. So we'll have Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, everybody. So all of our officers who were veterans or members of the armed forces will be wearing their some sort of service acknowledgement on their uniforms as well. So that'll be coming up as well. A little information about our sign that doesn't exist right now, but we hope it will exist soon. The footers are going in next week, so as soon as they get the footers in, and we'll be able to get that sign up and running as soon as possible. We did purchase our new paving machine. We took it out last week and tested it, so you might see it out and about over the next, in a week or two. We'll get out there when the weather gets good and start filling some of those potholes with our new paving machine. That's the city council invested in that last year, and we've got it, it's delivered and it's ready to go. And this will allow us to do a lot of these small paving jobs ourselves with our own personnel rather than having to hire it out at a much higher expense for subcontractors. So that'll be something that's a great investment for our community. We're also getting ready to open our time capsule. There'll be more information about that. I think it's down at the park on Sharon and I think it's Waycross. It may not be Waycross. Anyway, the Veterans Park right there across from Morningside, the new housing development. So we'll give you more information about that when that's going to be opened. Also, we have our Juneteenth event coming up. It'll be this Tuesday, which is, I believe, is tomorrow, 11:30 p.m. Excuse me, 11:30 a.m. Who's that? Oh, okay. We have our event tomorrow at the Senior Center. It's 11:30 a.m. Everyone's invited. There'll be a free lunch, and then there'll be a presentation, documentary, some information. Nice presentation. So everyone's invited. Don't have to be a senior to come. So coming out tomorrow at 11:30 at the Senior Center. And we are opening, the Hamilton County is opening I think it's Jobs and Family Services. It's a satellite office.
Yes, sir. It will be Job and Family Services, the 513 Relief Bus Program. There will be child support services. They also have emergency management that will be there. And may I?
Go ahead.
It's going to be the open house this coming Friday from 2 to 4, so the community is absolutely invited to come out. But we're really excited to have Hamilton County right here in our city in Forest Park.
Yeah, we've been bugging them for quite a while about bringing the services out here to the north and getting them out of downtown and bringing them out here where they can better serve the community. You don't have to take half an hour drive to go downtown or an hour bus drive or pay $10 to park. So this is a great opportunity. If you need some of those services, Hamilton County's finally bringing them out to the public, and we hope this is the first of many services. And again, that's Friday. It's right down on Northland, the old Ricking paper plant. It's got a big sign coming out. We're having the big grand opening and a nice ribbon cutting, so you never miss an opportunity to cut a ribbon. And that's about it. Also, I wanted to point out that we did talk about a little bit earlier about we had an event this weekend with an adult who was lost and had walked away, and dementia or Alzheimer's or something. And our police department really went all out to help find that. I mean, we had just about everybody called in. We did urban search and rescue. We had a lot of folks looking for this lady. But one of the things we want to make sure that everyone knows about, we have something called Swift 911 that really sends out those notifications to the public, and we don't have enough people signed up for it. We only have like 900 addresses here in the city that are signed up for Swift 911, which means you can sign up, and if something like this goes on, it's an Amber Alert or a Silver Alert or something like that, we put a fence, or we call it geo-fence the area. We'll send out a text to anybody who is signed up, who is in that area, and their cell phones are there. So, but we don't know your number unless you give it to us. So anybody that's out there, if you want to have emergency information and know what's going on, please sign up for Swift 911. It's on our website, and we want to grow that as much as we can. And we're going to be putting out more information about how to do that and really kind of focusing a lot of our outreach and a lot of our marketing to get people to sign up for that. So if you know somebody that lives in Forest Park or anywhere, it's a whole county, sign up for it, and you can get the weather alert, whatever goes out that's from the emergency management department. This is how it gets to your cell phone. So other than that, I'm available for any questions.
Can you also give a few more details on how they can sign up? Is it only through the county?
Oh no, you can go right to our website. We have it on our website. Just go there. Basically, you just register your name. So you'll go online. You'll create an account with your name on it, and then you'll control that account.
Search for Swift 911.
It's right on our front page of our website. It's looking at it right now, actually. It's right there under community events. You go to the community, right to the right, Swift 911. And it is, it's available, so anybody can sign up for it, and just go out there, create an account, put your information, and also send you, not only they'll text you, but they can also send you, if you give us your email address, we'll send you an email as well. So you can get 2 forms of communication if you want to be on that list. But we're hoping everybody gets out there because you could tell once the text went out, the public started coming out. And we wish there was more, and we ended up finding the lady, and she was perfectly fine. So it worked out well, but you could tell that we wish we had a lot more folks out there. But when it went out, the public came out of their doors, and they were out asking questions and looking around. So it's really kind of interesting how it works. So again, it's a community service. It's available to anybody in Hamilton County, but we hope everybody in Forest Park signs up for it.
Thank you for that, Don. Moving on to item number 8, our other reports. We're going to hear from our law director, Mr. John Wyckoff.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Some items I worked on since the last meeting, gave an opinion to the zoning department regarding time limitations on appeals from the Planning Commission to the Board of Zoning Appeals. Also, I'm involved in the final distribution of the SIB loan for the John Charles Estates. There was an issue about the term of contract for a Smart Sheet product that I gave an opinion to Ms. Tomlinson about. I also reviewed an ongoing issue we have with an individual performing mechanics work at his home, which is a violation of our property code.
Starting again.
How to approach that issue. Reviewed and approved memorandum of understanding between the city and Word of Deliverance Ministries for the World regarding possible transfer of their real estate to the city. On the Zoho agreement for the Finance Department, I reviewed that, made some suggested changes which were accepted by the vendor. Also reviewed piece of property that needs to be demolished. City, of course, is going to incur money, and I reviewed the title search of property, and basically my opinion is that if we do it, we can always file an assessment with the auditor's office, but for us to initiate the foreclosure proceeding on that lien would be a waste of our money, because there are significant liens on the property already that would be priorities as compared to ours, including almost a dozen or more state tax liens. So by the time all those liens are paid, there wouldn't be any proceeds left from a potential foreclosure sale at a sheriff's auction. So that is the end of my report. I would be happy to answer any questions there may be.
All right, thank you for that.
I'm sorry, I just had, could you repeat the first one you said?
First one was just giving an opinion on time limitations for filing an appeal from Planning Commission decision to the Board of Zoning Appeals. And that's not our time limitation.
Right.
That would be the proposed developer's time limitation.
Thank you.
All right, moving on to our other report from our clerk of council, Ms. Takia Bailey.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to report that ordinance number 17-2025, as well as resolution number 22-2025, was posted as required, and that concludes my report.
All right, thank you for that, Ms. Bailey. Moving on to item number 9, which is unfinished business general orders. There are none, so we're going to go right into item number 10, which is new business, and I need a motion to suspend.
I would like the motion to suspend the rules requiring the reading in full and read for the first time by title only ordinance number 17-2025.
Been moved and properly seconded. Is there any further discussion?
And that ordinance was posted 6 days prior to the meeting.
All right, thank you for that. First Vice Mayor Holt, will the clerk please call the roll on the motion to suspend?
Adams?
Yes.
Brown?
Yes.
Clark?
No.
Harrison? Yes. Holt?
Yes.
Moore?
Yes.
Sylvester?
Yes.
All right, motion suspend passes 6-1. Will the clerk please read ordinance number 17-2025 by title only, and this is a first reading.
Ordinance number 17-2025, an ordinance amending chapter 150, land usage of the Forest Park Codified ordinances rezoning 27.78 acres of land at 1501 Kingsbury Drive from R2, one-family residence, to RPUD 7, residential plan unit development, and approving a development plan.
All right, thank you for that, Ms. Bailey. Point of order, Mr. Wyckoff.
8.70, sorry,
Yeah, 28.7.
78.
I got you. No, point of order, Mr. Wyckoff. This is a first reading, so we're not voting. However, the builder has mentioned that after a little bit of deliberation from the public hearing, that they may change the amount of plots for this particular property. So even though this is a first reading and we're not voting, if we came up to a second reading and in the ordinance, it actually mentions a number of 86 lots. Wouldn't it be a different ordinance that would be required to pass it should they come back with a different record plat or site plan? Excuse me.
Because our ordinance indicates not only are we changing the zoning,
Mm.
but it ends with and approving a development plan.
Okay.
And I believe that's the plan that's already been submitted.
Okay. Okay. So, trying to think of my question. So passing this as is would include the preliminary site plan. So we should consider, once it does come up, should we consider tabling? Should they submit a different site plan? I mean, in the event that they submit a different site plan.
It could be tabled or postponed to a
Or
definite
postponed.
time period.
Okay.
To allow the approval of the development plan to include the correct plan.
Okay. Okay. All right, just had to ask for clarity just in case. All right, and with that, I need another motion to suspend.
Make a motion to suspend the rules requiring a reading in full and read for the first time by title only resolution number 22-2025.
Second.
All right, it's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any further discussion?
Only that this was posted 6 days prior to the meeting.
Thank you for that. Vice Mayor Holt, will the clerk please call the roll on the motion to suspend?
Brown,
Yes.
Clark,
Yes.
Harrison,
Yes.
Holt,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Sylvester,
Yes.
Adams.
Yes.
All right, motion to suspend passes 7-0. Will the clerk please read resolution number 22-2025 by title only?
Resolution number 22-2025, accepting the bid of Bansal Construction, Inc. for the Forest Park Traffic Signal Project.
Thank you, Ms. Bailey. Is there a motion, Councilmember Sylvester?
Yes, I move to adopt resolution number 22-2025.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any further discussion, Councilmember?
Yes, excuse me. An open bid for the Forest Park Central Traffic Control Signal Project resulted in 2 submissions, both under the engineer's estimate of $710,000. We recommend awarding the project to Bansal Electric at $668,660, which is fully funded by grants from OKI at $278,235 and SORTA grant at $447,810. The project will begin this summer and is expected to be completed by spring 2026.
All right, thank you, Councilmember. Will the clerk please call the roll on the motion?
Clark,
Point of order. Mr. Wyckoff, am I permitted to vote on this? Or do I need to abstain?
What would be the other one? What would be the reason?
Just as a board of directors on SORT, I just don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're on the board of directors of Bansal?
Sorta.
Oh, sorta.
Metro.
Right.
So I
But this
just-
contract is from Bansal.
Right. I know it's granted already, but we're essentially approving it. So I just didn't know.
I don't see a conflict.
Okay,
No.
thank you.
Would it be?
Yes.
okay, I'm sorry. Harrison,
Yes.
Holt,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Sylvester,
Yes.
Adams,
Yes.
Brown.
Yes. All right, resolution number 22-2025 passes 7-0. And then, moving on to the last item, is there a motion, Councilmember Sylvester?
Yes, I motion to receive the general fund summary report as contained in the departmental reports.
All right, it's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any further discussion?
No further discussion.
All right, hearing none, this can be a voice vote. Let it be, all those in favor, let it be known by the sound of voting aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion passes, and we're gonna move now to adjournment. So is there any other business to come before the body? Is there any other business to come before the body? Is there any other business to come before the body? Hearing none, this council meeting is adjourned.